Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Nazran bin Azhari. So for the introduction, no poverty means that everybody has enough money for their basic needs. Now, development is slowing and the COVID-19 issue threatens to reserve decades of progress in the battle against poverty. More than 700 million people, or 10% of the world population, continue to live in extreme poverty, unable to meet even the most necessity such as health, education, and access to clean water and sanitation. The poverty rate in rural area is 17.2% worldwide, which is more than 3 times that of metropolitan areas. The Sustainable Development Goals represent a bold commitment to finish what we started and abolish poverty in all its forms and dimensions by 2030, targeting the most vulnerable, expanding basic supplies and services, and assisting communities devastated by war and climate-related disasters are all part of this strategy.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Syamil Farhan bin Muhammad Syamsul Hisham. My matric number is 2019444122. So my group was choose the no poverty and choose the program COVID-19 MCO cashless food aid support by MYKASIH. The COVID-19 pandemic has brought attention to the problems of the impoverished who are trying to put food on the table, which has been exacerbated by job losses as a result of the Movement Control Order (MCO). It's made worse by the fact that NGOs and other social purpose organizations are having difficulty delivering relief to the poor owing to the travel restrictions and health danger. MYKASIH Foundation launched a fundraising campaign to assist disadvantaged Malaysians in obtaining basic food supplies. Through MYKASIH's innovative cashless welfare and distribution mechanism, the MyKad, all donations are sent to worthy families in full. MYKASIH has reached out to 300,000 low-income B40 households across the country since its beginning in 2009. We are proposing an unusual short-term food assistance support for impact B40 villages. Despite the fact that our cashless food aid program generally runs for a minimum of 1 year, we've heard from these communities that the MCO has harmed them severely, since most have lost their employment or are trying to make ends meet with their small companies. For the number of recipients and key donors, 8,000 households have received food help worth RM1.83 million through MYKASIH since the MCO. The large network of retail partners with whom MYKASIH Foundation collaborates, including Giant, Maidin, The Store, Tesco, Aeon, Econsafe, PF Value Mart, and Speedmart 99, allows the rapid mobilization of donor funds to selected recipients. Previously, 2,500 impoverished families in Pahang, Kelantan, Perak, and Selangor got food help, with 500 of them being orang asli. For the methods of implementation, the selected families will suggest a recipient on their behalf in this program. Their information has already been entered into the MYKASIH system since they previously participated in the Love My Neighborhood food aid program. As a result, MYKASIH allows the receiver to pay with their MyKad. By employing this mode of payment, it is demonstrated that all charitable donations donated by contributors are directed to the appropriate and secure location. This MyKasih, on the other hand, may only be used at MYKASIH Foundation's retail partners. These partners also apply to over 200 locations around the country. This is the advantages to the families because their MyKasih is valid at all MYKASIH partner branches in Malaysia. MYKASIH additionally make certain that the system they employ is efficient. Only approved necessary commodities are purchased through the MYKASIH program, which is integrated with barcode scanning technology. Noodles, rice, egg, biscuit, bread, and cooking oil are just a few of the allowed products. The aim of this barcode scanning technology is to prevent the misappropriation of donor monies. This technique is also of the strategies to decrease food waste in addition to prevent the donor abuse. For the goals to achieve, the MYKASIH already helps to protect the poor from food price volatility using its COVID-19 MCO cashless food aid support. Food costs 80% or more of person's income in underdeveloped nations. Allowing worldwide food price swing to impact local market can have negative repercussions for the poor. This is especially true if they are forced to sell off productive assets in order to buy food amid increases in food prices, since this further decreases their already restricted revenue generating capacity. The food price spike have been shown to have the same impact on hunger and death as crop failures. Aside from that, it aids in the construction of infrastructure. Food aid that is specifically targeted for vulnerable people can be utilized in programs that help them enhance their human and physical resources. Food aid may help improve nutrition standards by providing essential food to people who don't have access to it, as well as indirectly by providing nutrition instruction or paying health inputs that are augment of food intakes.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nik Muhammad Salman Farisi bin Nerasli. For the 3.0 contribution of the program to sustainable development. 3.1 Families. Lessen the burden of lower income families in Malaysia with the focus of helping underprivileged families in Malaysia. MYKASIH is a non-governmental organisation (NGO) that was established in the year of 2009. Other than that, this NGO also targeting of breaking out the cycle of poverty. In Malaysia, the lowest income group would be B40 group, where their household income is lower than 2.5k Malaysian ringgit. Therefore, to less the burden of this family, the first program came out by MYKASIH is Food Aid Program. 3.2 Students. As we all do aware, since the COVID-19 were found in our country, all kinds of people from the wealthiest to the poorest are being affected in terms of financial, job and food supply. In our opinion, children and students are the group that should be taken care the most during the pandemic time. This is because they are the group of young generations that going to need all the supply that they can get to continue their growth process and also their studies of knowledge. The government really need to take this matter very seriously because lots of low-income families in rural areas, for example, really struggle to provide their children some foods. The pandemic really does given some bad consequences to the poor families, such as job being terminated and financial being decreased. MYKASIH Foundation have come out with a program named COVID-19 MCO Cashless Food Aid Support to support and help support this type of problem. 3.3 Society. During June 2014, the TNT Express Malaysia already contribute RM41,600 to MYKASIH Foundation to support 40 low-income households in Puchong under the TNT MYKASIH Love My Neighborhood Food Aid program for 1 year. With food supply taken care of for a 1 year period, the benefiting families will not only experience tremendous relief but will be able to channel their focus on other important aspects to improve their well-being, such as education, better health care, and honing other useful skills to improve their socio-economic standing to becoming more financially stable and independent. 3.4 Country. It is undeniable on how many contributions the program of MYKASIH has delivered to our country. To consider it as the small steps is not enough, as they play an important role for the country in order to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals that has been highlighted by the United Nations. In the relation of the program of COVID-19 MCO cashless food aid support by MYKASIH, it can be seen on the objective of the program to provide temporary relief to the B40 families in terms of food. This is aligned with the Sustainable Development Goal of No Poverty, where it focuses on ending poverty in all its forms everywhere.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Arfa Afham bin Awang. I will talk about recommendation for improvement program. Firstly is get students to volunteer at public or private universities for your exploration and knowledge. Relate to poverty in our country in order to facilitate the work of providing assistance to those in need. Lecturers participate in monitoring students, the actions and the progress of the student work help the program. Next, engage influencer to retain the program, which can give awareness and build trust with the audience. Like influencers give helps, like the founder of Aina Beauty, helping those in need and giving help to those in greater need. Also, consolidation between the government and private sector to support and promote this assistance program. Use marketing tools to expand the network such as Facebook, Instagram, and other social sites are very important to open the eyes of the public to the programs. Moreover, redistribute resources so that they can be channeled to the right people to make the program more effective. Consider investing more resources in aspects of the program and increasing basic supplies such as rice and other kitchen necessities. Cut out other non-essential parts. Furthermore, addressing organizational and planning problems by appointing human resources who are capable of implementing the program is not just for profit, but sincerely help to make the implementation of our program more successful and increase the satisfaction of the poor.
As a conclusion, the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals are to ensure that the rights of all people in every country are protected. As humans, we require all the essential necessities for our daily existence. Food, water, and shelter, for example, are basic requirements that have been recognized in the Sustainable Development Goals. The government's top objective is to protect the citizens of the country. As previously said, the government must work collaboratively with all partners from all sectors to develop the greatest solution to the problem. With Malaysia's present accomplishment, it is possible to achieve the country's sustainable development goals if everyone in the country plays their part in resolving issues. As a result, Malaysia will be able to meet its sustainable development target, and the government will be able to pursue a more prosperous future for the country.